News. With me is Akeem Greene. Today, match 15 of the Cricket World Cup, West Indies versus South Africa. Not much action on the field except for the ground staff busy mopping up. Just 45 deliveries possible. South Africa 29 for 2. The match abandoned after 7.3 overs. And Sheldon Cottrell picking up 2 wickets to rock South Africa earlier on. But just both teams sharing the points, 1 each. West Indies have moved up to 5th position, and South Africa gaining their very first point of the 2019 World Cup. Not the type of situation you want to see at this stage of the competition, Akeem.
Not really, but it was expected. Obviously, in England, the weather's going to play a role. You've seen it happen already in the matches, so again, it makes stuff very dicey again, as we call it, because 1 point shared. Or it's going to happen to other teams, happened to other teams already. But you would have wanted a result today. I think West Indies, to me, I said it at the last time we were here, that they would have defeated South Africa today. How things started, 29 for 2. Cottrell again with the new ball doing well.
Breakthrough early.
It was good signs again that West Indies were doing good. They wanted them to play out an entire match to get more match practice. Obviously, Russell wasn't there, but I just wanted the match to play out. Unfortunate, but at the end of the day, they got a point. Maybe things could have panned out, no point. But 1 point is better than none, certainly.
But that's to the detriment of South Africa, of course. They have to win to stay alive in this competition, and they just have their first point after their 4th game. Not the type of situation that South Africa should have been in this tournament, or they would want to be in this at this stage.
Oh, certainly not. You look at the repertoire South Africa have. They have a lot of top players in their ranks, but for some reason it seems no one can answer. They just don't click or do it. Can do it well enough to go on and do well at world tournaments. They play very well in bilateral series, but I myself can't wrap my mind around what happens to South Africa in world tournaments. This time, they have some injuries, obviously, but there isn't much different from what they've been winning with against decent opposition in bilateral series.
Correct.
So South Africa is a mystery in world tournaments.
Yeah, and there's already talks of some people being sacked. The coach Otis Gibson, West Indian, of course, and there are talks about him being sacked as well. Maybe a bit too early for that. But today, West Indies, 2 forced changes. Evan Lewis and Andre Russell out, and Darren Bravo and Kemar Roach playing his first match of the tournament. Good to see Kemar Roach, and he got some movement today as well.
Yeah, I always wanted Kemar Roach in my team because I wanted to have 5 genuine bowlers in my team, given what happened to Russell for this match and in the previous matches. He isn't going to bowl you 10 overs. And I think you need to be cognizant of that. So you need to have 5 genuine bowlers, and obviously Russell's going to be a factor. He's going to run into some 2 over spells and bowl short balls and hopefully get some wickets. Kemar Roach obviously is the team's more experienced bowler. He'd have played, I think, 3 World Cups before. So Roach is somebody you want in your team any day, and I'm glad he's back into the team. Obviously heading into the match against England, he should do very well there.
All right, West Indies a mixed bag so far in the tournament. A win, a loss, and now a no result. They're number 5 on the table. Satisfied with that? Jason Holder should be satisfied with that?
Yeah, certainly, I think when you head into this tournament, they weren't up there in terms of anybody's going to do well. So the fact that they're midway into this tournament, and it's getting very heated now as the matches go on, and they're in 5th position, and to me, they stand a very, very good chance of defeating England. I just believe the recent history of West Indies in England and how the fact that Chris Gayle seems to have a good number against England, they can defeat England. England have been defeated already by Pakistan. So it shows that West Indies can defeat England. It's just that they have to get the right balance. They need Russell back. I think he should be back by then. We don't know about Evan Lewis. I saw they said there were forced changes. But I believe West Indies have what it takes to defeat England, and that can force them up in the table even higher.
Good. So West Indies playing England on Friday at the same venue. And of course, you remember the last time West Indies and England played in a bilateral series. That series ended 2-2 when Chris Gayle made 400-odd runs right here in the Caribbean. You think that would play on the mind of the Englishman? Certainly,
because obviously the guy who rocked them was O'Shane Thomas. And he seems to be in very good bowling form. He took 5-21 against there in St. Lucia. And I think O'Shane, once he plays very good again, O'Shane is going to threaten the English batsmen. You see, the key with England, and I think what West Indies need to do is get rid of Bairstow and Roy Early. Put some pressure on the England middle order. I just believe the bowling attack, they can be dismantled. I think, Chris Gayle and company can handle that bowling, but England's biggest threat is where they're batting. Once Bairstow and Roy gets going, you practically have lost the match most times or not, because they bat very, very explosive, and then they lay the platform for Ben Stokes and Owen Morgan. So, key for West Indies, Cottrell gets rid of Jason Roy and Bairstow early, you're going to have a good game. Hopefully Ashley Nurse is going to have to come into the fold here, and he does something good.
But an interesting subplot with that game would be Jofra Archer against Chris Gayle. How do you see that going?
Well, I think usually the faster men on these pitches, Chris Gayle usually enjoys them.
Right.
For some reason, I know he's not quick as before in terms of the hand-eye coordination. Archer, Gayle, hopefully Evan Lewis is back. He's usually one that's very explosive against pace as well. But I think he's going to be a big threat for England. I think if West Indies can quell Archer's exuberance and attack from the other end, it's going to be a good game.
All right, thank you very much, Akeem. West Indies today against South Africa, just 7.3 overs in the match. South Africa got to 29 for 2 by that stage. Match abundant, both teams took 1 point each.